I think anybody's allowed to fucking march in the gay pride parade and fuck anybody that says they can't, right? I think they're allowed to try to normalize as much as they want. So if somebody sets up a fat pride parade, I'm going to be like, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of, but go hard, right? Obviously it's only going to be like a block or two, but go ahead and march. Go ahead and normalize fact, except let's draw a line between, okay, fat people are still human beings, mostly, and there's some, okay, so gay pride does not mean pride in, like, no condoms, HIV, fucking everything. Because that behavior is really fucking unhealthy, right? Hands up, anyone who thinks, like, having HIV, refusing to wear condoms, and fucking strangers is a great plan. Anybody? Anybody? No, I didn't think so, because that behavior is not okay, right? Homosexuality, I'm like, fuck it, whatever, right? Being fat, I'm like, fuck it, whatever, right? But let's be careful about what we're normalizing, because our society is like, this group has been historically oppressed, correct. This group's oppression was unfair, correct. So, but then our society, because we're not real deep thinkers, goes, okay, everything about this group, we want to bring them into normal society and normalize it and make it okay to be this group so we don't, like, drive them to suicide or whatever. I'm like, that's a great plan. Problem is, just because someone is identified as a member of a group, it's like homosexual, or fat people, or Jews, or black people, right? Doesn't mean that anything they do as a member of that group is also okay. Because hands up, who here thinks murder is a bad idea? Good, most of you, okay. Who thinks that murder is more okay if you're black? What? Good, good. So we agree that behavior... Oh, you're just scratching your head, okay. So that we don't think that, like when we're asked the question directly, we don't think that membership in a group means behavior suddenly becomes okay where it wasn't otherwise. I mean, there's some behavior that like we wouldn't expect, you know, white male heterosexual Anglo-Saxon Protestant pride marches. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? That's ludicrous. Whereas, let's normalize homosexuals, we're like, okay, I can understand where that's coming from, right? There's certain behaviors that make a little more sense for some groups than others, but we don't think murder is bad, oh, unless you're gay. We don't think, I don't know, pick a behavior. We don't think a behavior is, when we're asked specifically, we don't think a behavior is more okay when it's a member of a specific group. So this is what I'm getting with fat people, is if you're fat and you want to cosplay, fucking do it, right? But don't get pissed off when other people don't like it, because you're not doing it for other people to like it. Hands up, who here cosplays because their goal is like, oh my god, so many people are going to say I'm awesome and I'm going to be able to masturbate for like 3 months based off of the praise I get. That's because cosplayers are neurotic shitheads. But you understand what I mean, right? Like, you don't spend fucking $500 and burn your hands and bleed over foam and warble and paint because you're like, oh my god, they're going to elect me president of the United States of Canada? No. You're doing it because you're like, I'm like, oh my god, I love High School of the Dead a little too much. I want to, like, look at me on High School of the Dead! Like, 300 pounds, you would have been the first to die. Right? But if you want to do a 300-pound High School of the Dead character, fucking do it. But don't then demand that other people behave in a certain way. So here's the thing, freedom in Canada is super, super great. We have the freedom to do, I mean, assuming consenting adults, right? And assuming we're not like stealing shit, right? We have the freedom to do or think whatever we want, more or less, right? We understand there's limits, but we don't have, nobody has the right to demand that other people act towards them in certain ways. We have the right to demand respect as a human being, right? You can't say I'm worth less as a human being because I'm fat. That's, I mean, perhaps worth less on a track team. But society, like Nero Wolfe, huge fat, okay, fictional character, but go with this. Huge fat dude, great PI, right? The fatness was an unfortunate element of his fictional character, right? Didn't stop him from contributing to society, right? Alan Turing, brilliant AI researcher, like also super gay, didn't make him less useful to society. The issue is not, you're a member of this group, therefore, or you're a member of this group, therefore, yay, everything you do is great. It's, nobody has the right to tell another person you're worth less as a human being because of what you are, but rather what you're doing. So you can't determine other people's behavior towards you beyond a certain minimum of civility. Nobody's allowed to put you in jail for being fat yet, or gay anymore, or Jewish, or black, right? But people are allowed to say, I don't like the shit you're all about. That's not oppression, that's disagreement. We understand the difference between oppression, which is you go to jail or die or something, right? Or you're not going to get hired anymore, right? And disliking something, your wife who is shit, is not oppression, right? Right? That's not oppression, that's disagreement. And the problem is that much of our society has gone, okay, disagreement is oppression, so this group you can't disagree with or you're oppressive. So there's that new hashtag Hetero Pride Day, right? Which I think is fucking ridiculous for all sorts of reasons. But there's been some response like, oh my god, I'm so oppressed by Hetero Pride Day. I'm like, bitch, you just said you don't like people talking about who they have sex with. You just spent how many decades fighting for the right for people to be okay with who you have sex with? Going, fuck Hetero Pride Day is bullshit, not because, you know, fuck gays, or fuck gays. It's bullshit because, like, choose to judge people's behaviors, yes, and not their identities, but don't be like, you're not allowed to not like the thing I like, or you're not allowed to dislike the thing that I like, or like the thing that I dislike. You're not allowed to determine other people's opinions about shit. Are we agreed on this?
Yeah.
Or am I full of shit and I should just sell some things?
You should sell some things.
Hit a bow. Hit a bow.